warehouse is a very, very fine warehouse with no endangered species in the yard. To comply with zoning, they tried so hard. Wait, what? No, hello, Millstone. Sorry, my head is a constant stream of parody. So last night there was a planning board meeting concerning a number of warehouses that are actually going to be going up in Millstone. Don't panic. This one isn't as bad as you think. Most of the items on the agenda have been postponed till October 12th at 7:30 p.m. at the Millstone Municipal Courthouse. That's the one on Millstone Road, not the one on Stagecoach, the one on Millstone Road. Briefly, Hexa Builders were mentioned. There has not yet been a date set for revisiting the proposed apartment complex as of yet. As soon as I hear word of its rescheduling, I'll be sure to post about it and let everyone know. Now, on to the matter at hand. Yes, Millstone is getting a few warehouses from what I can tell anyway. I can hear the sabers rattling as I say those words. My interests are purely for the betterment of our town. Is a warehouse going to improve our town? Probably not. Will it hurt our town? Well, that really depends on where it's located and what exactly is going to be the nature of the business conducted there. Is it going to be Amazon, or is it going to be, I don't know, landscaping supply like Cultured Stone or something like that? Who knows? In this case, the warehouse proposed is going on Route 33. The particulars are thusly. It's AACDML Property, LLC, Block 23, Lot 3, proposed lots 3.01 and 3.02, State Highway 33, variance application number P21-10. So what does this mean? Well, they're putting a warehouse up and are requesting a minor subdivision of the land that it's on. Why? Most of the 136, give or take, acres we're talking about here are wetlands. So simply they want to subdivide the section that isn't wetlands along Route 33 going east. And the wetland area will be subject to whatever wetland preservation regulations that our town, state, county have. Let me make a minor side note here. There was a marked difference between the lawyers and experts for AACDML versus Hexa Builders. When Hexa went before this board, by this board I mean the planning board, not me. When Hexa Builders went before this board, many of the answers to the board's concerns and the public's concerns as well were variations of, I don't know, that's not our problem, or simply no. AACDML's legal representative was courteous, he had relevant answers, and he went out of his way to make it known that they went out of their way to go above and beyond the concerns of the board. Every issue the board brought up had a clear, concise, relevant, and positive answer as well. When it was brought up that there were possible issues the Millstone Shade Tree Commission might have, they stated that they were 100% ready to comply with whatever stipulation they may have as far as what trees and what plants they should plant and at what volume. There was a night and day difference between these guys and Hexa. Plus, these guys' lawyers don't wear brown orthopedic sneakers and look like an aged Gene Fonzie. So back on point, 20 acres will be subdivided for the warehouse area. The proposed warehouse is approximately 130,000 square feet. They do plan on a 24/7 operating schedule. Let me detour for a second to say this. Issues from the public were brought up about this. They said that they expect most of the activity to be first shift with, a lighter second shift, and third shift being primarily, just maintenance and stuff like that. It'll be the least intensively operationally active time would be at night. They're not expecting that much traffic to be there at night. It was asked by the public, what guarantee do we have that the 24/7 operation won't cause a disturbance? Which is great concern. I'm sure that's a concern a lot of you would have. The representatives assured that based upon their previous warehouses, that noise, lights, and traffic after hours are generally not a concern. But if there should be a disturbance, they are fully prepared to take whatever steps they need to not impact the neighbors in those ways. If they're in violation of any light or noise ordinances, then they're fully ready to be held accountable for that. AACDML is requesting 2 variances. One, to make the building 2 feet or so higher to accommodate an extra pallet of stored goods, which they argue is best for the longevity of the building, given current warehousing conventions, and that these changes cannot be made retroactively without great cost. The other variance is a complicated issue with frontage along Millstone Road. No, there's not going to be a warehouse on Millstone Road. Don't freak out. Remember earlier when I said that part of the property was on wetlands? Well, some of those wetlands and some of that property touches Millstone Road for, I think they said about like 20 feet or something like that. And there's some regulation that they need some amount of frontage along, so anyway, they're looking for a request to, they want to vary that because they don't want to touch the area on Millstone Road. They have no intention of even going over to that area. They strictly want that just so basically they don't have to touch it. And there was also an issue of an adjacent property along Millstone Road that possibly in the future they want to make part of that wetland area too, but that was all very confusing and I don't think exactly relevant to our concerns as a town or as people who live here in the town. They said that they don't plan on doing anything along Millstone Road. There was also comment from a realtor who owns the building that is immediately adjacent to the east on Route 33. He had concerns about, this is going to sound very familiar, to waste water from the septic to the well water draw, possible chemical runoff from the parking lot, the impact of water flow to the wetlands, and maintaining sight lines from his building in concern of road safety. AACDML addressed every issue. They took all that into consideration. According to them, they said that they took all of that into consideration and made plans that exceed those concerns. And should it ever come up that something needs to be fixed in the interest of safety, health, or public interest, they would do so. So all this said, as much as I want to hate the big bad warehouse builders, they were all kind, they were courteous and respectful, and most importantly, they went out of their way to comply with all of our zoning regulations and our building regulations, codes, and all that, and all of the concerns that were brought up by the town board members and the members of the public. They even did the endangered and protected wildlife study, which came back as there was no endangered or protected species that currently reside there on the property. So, they're not going to be displacing anything from what they can tell. Unfortunately, there wasn't time to get to all the expert testimonials, one of them being the traffic expert. We didn't have time because it was already after 10 p.m. So they are rescheduled to complete their presentation and testimonials September 14th, 7:30 p.m. at the Millstone Municipal Courthouse. That's the one on Millstone Road, not the one over on Stagecoach. So anyway, that's about it, folks. Look on the bright side. At least this particular builder is going out of their way to address our concerns. And if a warehouse is going to go anywhere, the Route 33 is the place to put it. So who knows exactly what the nature of the goods that will be stored there, because that will also tell us a lot about the nature of what traffic we can expect going in and out of there. But I understand from the builder's perspective, they have no way of knowing who's going to go in there until they build it and actually have a building to let out. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully all of these future buildups, stay along 33. And us as a town, we could do what we can to try to mitigate that and at least stay informed and know what's going on. The least I could say about this is, like I said, I don't like the fact that there's a warehouse being built, but at least this builder is going out of their way to comply with all of the town's concerns, which at least is a good thing. So, hey, leave your comments in the comment section below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. God bless our great town and our great country, and I'll see you later. Any concerns, leave them in the comments section. Have a nice day.